EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, divisional round Saturday. We've got an AFC battle on tap, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Baltimore Ravens. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, called it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll run here with a rookie. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Mahomes now to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw, it's Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Smith up the middle. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
They keep it with Smith on first down. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 31, here's second down and 8. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. Now here's Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first.
A gain of 19 yards.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Oh, design run for their wideout. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This is caught. Touchdown.
Rashee Rice.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Ravens nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Jackson now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
And 9 yards.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Play action. Now Jackson.
He'll try and do this himself. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews.
It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now a handoff to Henry.
A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 34.
13. Hey, Ozzy, sit up.
This is Walker.
And that one covered beautifully. The defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Get out. 180.
They go play action now. Jackson. And Walker has it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. 37 yards. And the Ravens are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now Mahomes.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted.
And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Now first carry for their fullback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Derrick Henry. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
Here's Jordan Stout now.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Mahomes will do it himself.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Mahomes going to throw. That is pulled in by a diving Kelsey. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive. 3rd down. Spectacular catch. Turns into a first down.
First down saves him from the 3 and out. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Mahomes to throw. That'll be caught by Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A first down carry for Smith. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
It's a pickup of 3. brings up 2nd and 7.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 43 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7.
Ravens 7. Harrison Butker to kick
Now
off
after the
14-2.
touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Jackson going to keep it. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Finding Walker complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Alpha, sit on. 180. Sit on. UAA. Sit on.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Working free to drop him for the sack there was Amari Barno. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Here's Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. Man open, here's Jones. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line.
Ready.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Play action. It's Jackson.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
That throw, Charles, on the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
And Mahomes will do it himself. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And Patrick Mahomes, for all of his artistry and arm angles and what he can do in the short passing game, never forget he's got a cannon as well. He unleashes a big one there, but that time it winds up incomplete.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. He's going to let it go again. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey.
Mahomes will do it himself.
That is caught by Rice. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 21-7.
Ravens 7. Harrison Butker.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Jackson.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff for
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
They go play action with Jackson. But he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Amari Barno
able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
What is it? 13.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
That's returnable now for Smith. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They begin with a run by Smith. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Pass complete to Royals. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Mahomes now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
8 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Throwing is Jackson. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 30. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 71 yards.
And what a letdown after a huge play. He's going to pull this in and then set sail for the end zone. And he nearly made it, too. But he's going to be tracked down just short of the goal line. So big play there that's going to set him up with 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Henry will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
This is really impressive because when the offenses are running RPOs, things move very quickly. Fake, ball's out of his hands, and they're trying to hit him in the gaps downfield. And instead, the defender reacts so well that he makes a play on it, and the ball falls incomplete.
Mahomes will do it himself. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for KC. 42 yards.
Hey, partner, I don't mean to wax philosophic, but when chaos is going on all around him, there's no one in the NFL who can keep it together and make something happen quite like Patrick Mahomes. Another huge throw, another huge gain.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get it.
Now he will take it all in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Ravens 15.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation, because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board. The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup.
Middle.
Henry up the middle. And some room to work. Derrick Henry all alone. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with now his second touchdown of this third quarter.
And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
180. Report.
And he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4.
Chiefs 27.
And the option play works on the 2-point try. What'd you think of the call?
I like the call. What you're worried about, though, is if the defense blitzes the play. And if they do, what your answer is, the option. Why? If they blitz it, the quarterback has a chance to get rid of it to a trailing back. That one worked pretty well there.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Motion man right is Rice. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Nabi Matabike. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They're going to look to throw. That's laid out deep for Rice. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's hot. Right. 180. Yeah.
Now it's Jackson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
14 yards.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Inside handoff, Henry. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 98 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I loved one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
No, we changed it.
Now it's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
It's not. UAX. It's not.
Now it's Henry. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and hope.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Derrick Henry saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game.
And the Ravens have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead.
Ravens 30, Chiefs 27. Tyler Luke.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this certainly a key moment in this game, trailing by 3, fourth quarter, with a spot in the championship game next weekend on the line. That was Travis Jones working his way through and sticking him behind the line.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Open man right side is Rice.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. Inside handoff, Smith. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. 3rd down. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going. And I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
We're in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Here comes 2nd down at 5.
Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And he'll be taken down at the 34.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but It's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And he will have a Chiefs first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
First down. A gain of 4 yards. First down, Chiefs.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's first and 10 now.
And he will lose yardage here at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now. This is second and long.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second.
Mahomes.
At the 31-yard line.
Mahomes will do it himself.
And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Mahomes will throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.